Okay, so select just defines a drop-down list. You can see the different options and choose one here. Let's see, small just defines smaller text, like if you wanted to write a copyright or just something smaller than the rest of your text. Source defines multiple media resources for elements. So you could have video and audio. So it can let the browser choose kind of which one to choose from. Where is the source? Yeah. So depending on what your browser supports, it will choose that file. Span defines a section in a document, so you can just style like a certain part of the text, right? Just this particular part using the span style. And what else? So strong defines important text. You can see it's like makes it bold right there. So that means it's important. Style defines style information for a document, and you have to put this inside of the head element. And usually it's better to keep your styles in an external style sheet and then link to them, just to keep things a little less cluttered. But you can also do that here if you just have a few things to style. Sub defines subscripted text, so it'll just show up below. And SUP is superscript, so that will show up a little bit higher. It can be used for like if you're trying to type H2O or something like that. What else? Summary defines a visible heading for a details element. So like this, right? You have details, and then this will be the summary. Then if you click on that, it'll have all the other information. SUP, superscripted text, we already saw that. Table defines the table, so you'll have all the other elements here, the row, the header, another row. So that's what a table looks like in HTML. T-body groups the body content of a table. So you can see, and you can style it if you wanted to. You have the table, header, row, footer, and the body, right? So right here, this is the header row. It's in T-head, and then T-foot is right here, and then T-body is just these two parts. So it can kind of keep things organized in a table. What else? TD defines a cell inside of a table. So you have the table and then the row, and then TD would be cell A, and this other TD would be cell B. So yeah. The table in HTML has header cells with TH and then standard cells with TD. So it's, these ones contain data. And they are left aligned by default, whereas the TH ones are bold and centered. And let's see, T-head will group the header content. So we saw header, footer, body. And time just defines a date and time. You can see it looks the same, but if you use it here, yeah, it doesn't really It won't change anything. It can be used to encode dates and times in a way that like the computer can read it in case you wanted to, you know, use a script for the event or something. Title defines the title for the document. Put this inside of the head element and it will show up like in the tab. TR, saw this earlier, just a table row. Okay, so this one has 2 rows. Or actually 3 rows. The first one is for the headers and the second 2 are for just normal cells. Track defines text tracks for media elements. So this can specify subtitles, caption files, or other files containing text that should be visible when the media is playing. Right. And here are some attributes you can use with that. Okay. TT, that doesn't work anymore. U defines underline text, right? So that's underline. And UL is an unordered list. So OL is ordered, UL is unordered. Just uses bullet points. And var defines a variable. So you can see here it's kind of bigger and italicized. Video defines a video or a movie. So you have a video here, and you can use the width and height attributes and add different support formats. And if those don't work, then this will show up in your browser. So right now it supports MP4, WebM, and OGG. And the last one is WBR, which defines a possible line break. So right here you can see, where is WBR? Okay, so to shrink a browser window, you can see how the very long word will break. So this will break at different parts depending on how you resize your browser, right? Okay, and it doesn't work in Internet Explorer. So yeah, that's all of the elements here.